With the Shekhinah on Shavuos night, and so and we're the bridesmaids. We're the bridesmaids of the Shekhinah, and it transcends male, female. All of us are the bridesmaids of the Shekhinah. We're the children of the Shekhinah. Anyway, so yeah.
It was interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting. And the other thing he said that I don't know if I got it right, but says in this world is a struggle, and this world is designed to bring, it's hidden, but it's designed sort of to break us, but not really to break us, but that we should see other things. And he says the proof of this world that it's designed to bring you down is gravity. Gravity is in this world, and gravity is what's always moving down. So we have to really fight and look at, to tap into our inner selves, our inner energy, to get out of this thing that always brings us down.
On the inner level of the cell, deep down within the atom, and within the nucleus of the atom, and the deeper down you go, the force of gravity weakens to the point of zero. There's no gravity, and it's a whole different level of reality. So that, if it happens in the inner world of the cell, so inside of us also that power of gravity that brings us down, when we're deeply inside touching our core, then we're also free of gravity, spiritually free of gravity. We can connect to the highest level.
Also, when I was hanging around Abraham all these nights, I actually stopped learning because my vessel was completely filled up. I couldn't accept any more learning. It was completely, I was starting to fry out. It was just, thinking of becoming God forbid less religious. It was just too much. I was completely overwhelmed. So I shut off so I wouldn't crash, and then I just started to absorb what you were saying. It was on a level of just absorbing what he was saying, not learning, but absorbing. I think it was even higher level in learning. It was a great feeling. And also, I got out of myself. I really stepped away from me because of who Abraham was. And it was scary. I didn't like what I saw. But it was also fun. That Abraham, when you're around him, you really get out of the self. And I also understood the benefits of meditation more than I ever saw in any person, how high you can go with meditation. So I'm really looking forward to some holy meditation. And a lot of things cannot be answered with answers. The teacher that Makarov this guy told me, you can't help people with answers. A lot of answers are given with a facial expression or a movement of the hand, and Abraham was doing that a lot. And Rabbi Natan mentioned it millions of times in Likutei Moharan, that Rabbi Nachman would just make a movement or facial expression, and Rabbi Natan would say, you had to be there to see it.
Once, it reminds me that when my Rabbi Darzi, whose picture I have in the back of all my books, he was such a beautiful man. I met him for the last 13 years of his life. These are 3 pictures of the same man. So once we were learning, we prayed inside the kotel, in the secret shul, close on our side of the wall, where the Holy of Holies is on the other side of the wall. And every morning we'd go back to his synagogue, his shul in Makor Baruch in Yerushalayim, near Geula, and we'd sit there and we'd have a little class. And it was a laid-back class. We'd have Turkish coffee and biscuit and Iraqi biscuits and homemade, and the rabbi would tell stories, and we'd learn out of the text, and a lot of the stories came out. And he was an amazing master of making things real. Anyway, one time we were talking about fighting off enemies, and I said to him, Rabbi, we need to know the divine names to protect ourselves, because I don't carry a gun. And he looked at me and he said, we don't use those anymore. We're not allowed to use them. And he looked at me. And the next few days, in fact, the morning later, we were at the kotel, and I saw him look at me again. And for the next few days, he started looking at me, and I felt in his eyes that he was communicating to me what he wasn't allowed to communicate with his words. And I just loved his eyes and his face and his smile. I could tell more stories, but that's just me. something David said reminded me of something.
That's exactly what it was. The Rabbi's book's up for sale. Whatever's left. Rabbi was just in Texas with the B'nai Noach movement. I'm sure he has some good stories for us. This book just came out from Breslov. Rabbi Avraham Sutton edited it. This is my copy. It's really interesting stuff. This is printed stuff from Breslov that was never translated into English in here, so it's a lot of interesting stuff. Thank you again.
Yeah, it was amazing. David Sears did it, and then I was able to go through it and tweak it a little, but it's his work, and it's a beautiful table, coffee table edition. It took extra longer because Rabbi Kramer, the Chaim Kramer, put so much into making it beautiful and making it into a real multi-level text. So it's something you should look into getting it.
So I wanted to say that we have this Breslov gathering about once every 6 weeks, or once every month when we're healthy. And so everybody used to come, and then a few months ago when Rabbi Sutton told me he was coming to New York, he said he wants to come to this class. And I said, no, we really don't do it that often. And I was really, he's not going to come to the class that I'm trying to, share. And then he asked me again. And I said, nah, we won't really do it. I'm not in the mood right now. I definitely didn't want to do it. And then I told Jody, my great friend over there, that Rabbi asked me twice. And I told him no. And she says, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? There's a chance of a lifetime to be with the Rabbi. Of course, Jody, most of the time, she's right. Most of the time, 90%. Okay. We had a tremendous experience with the Rabbi this past Shabbos, so maybe Jody, you want to say a few words, if you want, now or later? Yeah, if you want to say a few words now, your experience.
First of all, thank you so much for being here. And in terms of the Shabbat, I have to be honest with you, as being so close to the Kol Shul, I think I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to my understanding of what davening is. If I ever have to leave the Kol Shul, I just think to myself, you're so lucky to have us. We'll come, we'll bring a little ruach, it'll be good. You cannot imagine the experience that those of us that were blessed to go this Shabbat had. The level of davening that was going on in this beautiful community of Pomona, in Muncie, was beyond. Each and every person there brought their full heart and their full mind and their full body to the experience. We were really
full voice.
and their full voice. Thank you. We were off the floor most, if not all, the time. And to be there with Reb Avraham and to see how he was received with such kavod and with such grace, they couldn't do enough to show their gratitude for having him there. And for me, that's like when you have a teacher that so touches your heart, but it feels like a secret, and then you go somewhere and you see other people being able to open themselves up to it. There's like a dual experience. There was part of me that my heart was leaping out of my chest with such like anticipation. Oh my gosh, she's about to explode into the world. And then there's that selfish part of me, that's like, but I'd like to see you. So, but it was, for me, honestly, I don't remember a Shabbat feeling like this in a very, very long time. And I'm so grateful to you, Avraham, for allowing us to join you and for just sharing all of that.
It was one of the best Shabbats I ever had. I felt like the vibrations hitting my body. You remember a few things that the Rabbi said that...
Well, actually, I had something here, if you don't mind. There was a student of Reb Avraham that couldn't be here. She lives out of town, but when I had emailed her about this class, she wanted to participate by just saying one of the Torahs that touched her. Her name is Mary, and she's a dear friend of the Rabbi, and she said, the Torah that touched me, the melodies are made by exacting out the spirit of goodness within us. A zamara I will sing. And she said that whenever she's with you, she feels like her heart